Welcome back, everybody. Episode 5 of the Full Streaks podcast. I am Drew. That guy right there, that's CJ.
I'm CJ. I am.
It's true. Welcome
It-
back.
it's
It's
very
been a few. It's been a few weeks. We've had some stuff going on, each of us, but we're back. We're here, ready to do it, ready to knock it out. We've had a lot of changes. A lot of things have happened in the past few
Yes.
weeks. I mean, a lot with Call of Duty. Big changes.
Yeah.
Krampus is here. He's the man.
Krampus, he helped us out one night, but other than that,
He's not
a
the man.
dick.
He's a trash can. Oh.
What
So
else?
let's start.
Okay.
What gun are you running these days? What's your main Warzone gun? What are you feeling?
Main primary, I'm using the Bren.
Bren. Yeah, Bren's really nuts, man. Are you liking the second barrel or the last barrel?
I keep switching. I go from either the Royal Barrel or the last barrel.
Yeah.
Because of the no damage fall off on the Royal Barrel, it's just you can beam kids halfway across the map and not have any, diminishing returns. Whatever.
Sure. Yeah. It's nuts.
The secondary that I like to run sometimes is the PPSH because it doesn't move
It's
either.
good.
Or
It's really good.
the Cooper.
Yeah. I don't know. That Cooper is not sitting right with me. I don't see me using it over like a STG or an AS-44, which is apparently decent. The AS-44
The fire build is nuts.
the ground loot one was putting people down.
Yeah.
It's not bad. The ground loot's actually they made some changes and we got some decent ground loot. I like it.
Okay, ground loot. Not the best.
It's
not
okay.
the worst. It's getting better.
Yeah, it's not bad.
The one thing that I did look up today was Krampus's Daily Gift, which is a it is an old gift that was given to us specifically for plunder. One-hit missile choppers.
Oh, cool. Well,
Yeah.
looks
yeah.
like, I mean, that's fine. That doesn't hurt or help us in regular
No, not at all.
Warzone, but it's better than
I mean,
double priced UAVs. What was your favorite Krampus gift? What was your favorite one so far?
every time you won the Gulag, you came back. 'Cause
That was so fun, right? That made the game so much more fun.
It did, but I also I didn't play a lot of Warzone until this map.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I really did enjoy when it was out buyback quads.
I don't remember how that worked.
Let's say your team you have 4 people on your team, you collect $4,000, you die.
Oh, as long as you have that money,
yes,
and then you come back. Yeah, okay,
instantly.
I remember now. Yeah.
Me and Just decided to play Resurgence quads, just the two of us with autofill.
How'd that go?
I had 12 kills on the final circle and lost.
That's tough.
That is tough.
Go on.
What about you? What
Me?
is your go-to gun?
The Bren also has been doing it for me, but just to change it up, the Modern Warfare AK, I have given it to everybody in our group, and nobody else likes it, and I don't know why. The gun slaps. It's got a 75 round mag, which is bigger than most ARs. It hits harder than most of the other ARs, and it lays pretty flat for somebody who has thumb muscles at all. Secondary, my Psychov from Modern Warfare, going full Modern Warfare now. The automatic pistol, yeah. Put an 80 round magazine, and you can akimbo them, and it's pretty stupid.
I did play Plunder the other night, and I spawned in with my main Cooper build with my dual 1911s that are fully automatic with the 18 round mags.
Mm-hmm.
It is pretty stupid when you decide to roll up on somebody and just unload.
Oh yeah,
everything.
Now
let's talk about the elephant in the room. Shotguns.
Yeah. So listen, the double barrels, okay? The double barrels are the king right now. They ain't nothing better. There's no better weapon in the game. I don't use them. I leveled them to use them. I use them every now and then, very sparingly. I like them. They're definitely fun, but I hate dying to them so much.
I think they're the best close range weapon.
They're mid-range too. You can shoot them things stupid far.
Listen, if we're sitting in ruins and somebody snipes me from on top of like that little peak with the shotguns, I don't think that's mid-range. I think that's long range.
Yeah.
But here nor there, they got to go. They got to go.
I don't think they got to go.
They should not have nerfed. If they're going to play like this, they should not have nerfed the automaton. They should not have nerfed the STG. Nothing.
So, okay, I take that back. They definitely need to be nerfed. No weapon should kill you that fast.
No.
It is absurd. I mean, you are getting, what, 4 shells at your face at one time? That's a lot. It is a lot. And it's hard to be mad at people running that, because it's really dumb. The Einhorn revolving is pretty stupid too.
Oh, I just saw a couple people using it.
I was watching Tim.
No. Okay,
I would.
Go. I was watching Tim too, in all honesty.
Yep, he's good.
So to break away from Call of Duty, we're going to come back to this, but I do want to, I want to touch on the Halo LAN that happened last week. 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I haven't been able to talk about it. It came down to E United and C9 in the final. Listen.
2 well-matched teams. I mean,
you had Sentinels with Formal that came all the way from pool play to to bracket play.
Yep.
You had the FaZe team that went from losers, got I think almost to the losers finals, but they lost to, I think they lost to EU.
Maybe.
And then, I mean, the whole EU team, I know somebody on that team, and he's fucking nuts at Halo, and I love watching his streams because we used to play Valorant together, but Sparty is so good at Halo. It's so crarazy to think. Yeah.
He is, absolutely.
C9 came away with the first LAN victory, and to put this into retrospect, the game has been out for
a month. Came out the beginning of December.
It came out in November.
I did, a month early. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It came out in November, and their first LAN
so it's
was
been a month
December.
and a half. Where you at, Call of Duty? Where you at?
Catch the fuck up. We gotta wait until January.
The timeline is hot right now with people, with pros not happy with the scene.
What are we gonna do? What is the third game mode? At least we have a 12 team.
Yeah. Who do we got at the 12 team? I didn't see this.
Auction Esports with what's his face from New England Patriots, the owner. Boston. It's the Boston Uprising. Apparently.
Okay. Who's their team?
Zenny, Doug Sensor Martin.
He's on a pro team.
Yeah.
He's capable.
There's 2 more I don't know, but they were scrimming the other night. They don't look bad, but they
Yeah. Are they going to be a top 6 team?
I don't think so.
Well, who's your top 6? Let's go top 6. Who's top 6 right now?
Top 6 right now?
Yep.
Oh, geez. You got Optic Phase, LA.
Thieves?
Yeah.
Definitely not Gorillas.
No, not Gorillas. No. I haven't seen Toronto, so I can't put them in the top 6, but they were good last year.
No. The Rocker. The Rocker's probably like 4th or 5th.
Yeah, and then the 6th is probably Florida?
No shot. You didn't mention the subliners, bro.
Dude, no
Clay
offense.
and Krim back together again after both being dropped by their team that they won a chip for. The big chip, the large chip. They won it for them and they dropped them. You don't think they're going to be coming back with a vengeance? Crazy.
I don't think so.
The 3-time and a 3-time, sorry, and a 2-time. You know what I'm saying? With 2 young guys. Who's that? Hydra? Clay loves
You got
him.
Hydra, you got Neptune, you got Krim, and you got Clay. I mean, Clay said out loud, if they bomb, he's retiring. So, I mean, right there just gives me no hope. That's going in with a completely negative attitude into something that you should have a positive attitude.
I think that if he doesn't do well, which he's holding himself accountable, if he doesn't do well, I honestly probably Barlow should have done this maybe a year earlier. Maybe, but to say that if I do bad this year, I'm not going to keep doing bad going forward, as I've had some rough years in the past. Yeah, he's won the world championship a couple years ago, but when you can self-recognize that and say, hey, if I'm not going to keep doing this to the fans, I'm going to retire while I'm still at the top of my game and go out on my terms instead of getting voted out by my team. I think that's big. I think that's a lot of self-reflection and just doing right by the fans.
Okay, I see that, but at the same time, it's like going, hey, if you guys suck, I'm done. Goodbye.
I don't think that he bases it off his team. I think he's going to look at his self-performance. As long as if he improves, I don't think he goes anywhere. I think he's solely going to base it off self-performance. Clay is an extremely intelligent guy. I follow the guy a lot. He's not going to make a rash decision. He's not going to blame his teammates if they're not at fault. I think he looks at this at himself and says, hey, I'm not going to keep doing this, having these poor performances.
Okay. You know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But if I want to root for them so bad. They are my hometown team.
I say you have to root for them.
I don't have to.
You do. You're obligated. That's why we did franchising, Craig.
Hold on. By that regard, I should be a Giants or Jets fan. And you know what?
You should be.
Fuck both of them.
But the problem here is we did franchising so the people that lived in these areas would root for their team. That's why they went to these markets, these big markets, so that you would root for your hometown team.
But now we're going to talk about franchising, right? Everybody lives in Texas.
It's really silly.
You have teams that are based out of Toronto playing in Texas, and you got people that are from New York playing in Texas, and then you got people in LA playing in Texas. You have one team that is in LA. That is LA.
Yeah.
That is the Thieves. They play out of the compound. Like, come on. If you're going to do franchising, do it the right way. The Mets, I'm a Mets fan, right? If the Mets go, hey, we're from New York, but you know what? We don't really play in New York. We decided we're just going to play in Florida from now on. That doesn't work.
I don't like your analogy. Because you're not going to watch practice, and that's all they're doing right now is practicing. When they have a LAN event, it's going to be at one of the hometowns.
Yeah,
I don't like your analogy.
The online qualifiers, they're playing from.
It's called an online qualifier.
You know what? All right. I guess I'm reading too much into it. I don't know, but that's just my thought process. If you are franchised by a team that is from, like Rocker, Minnesota, you should play out of Minnesota for the entire league.
That there's too much disparity with online. If everything was LAN, I would agree with you, but it's not. You can't have Minnesota playing in Texas. Who's going to host? Somebody's always going to have a bad host advantage. Now, they're always going to have a bad host advantage, somebody, but them all being in Texas minimizes that.
Well, I mean, with how private matches are, they have dedicated servers now, right? And it's the same thing they do in Halo, which we're not going to talk about geo-filtering. We're not going to do any of that. Everyone knows about what happened. No point.
Yeah.
But you have teams that are in Texas playing next to the server, and then you have people in Minnesota playing next to their server. Just get a reliable, dedicated ping. Or centralize the location of where pro gamers play, like they did for Cold War.
I don't have a problem with them all being in Texas. It's practice. I think as long as they still do events in the hometowns They should be doing more player, like, getting out to the street type promoting. They need to do more of that, I think. It sucks for me. I have no team around. My closest is Chicago, and they're not there anymore.
No, they're not.
So I mean, New York maybe. New York maybe.
Not Minnesota?
No. I'm in Ohio, by the way.
Atlanta would be closer to your geological
Atlanta
location.
or New York. I'm not mad at being a FaZe fan. Don't get me wrong. The weird thing is I don't know. I'm not a big fan of tribalism to begin with. So I'm happy just to watch the plays, and I'm not upset when anybody loses. I'm happy when anybody wins, but I like watching it. I like the experience. I'm there for the good plays. When you see the 2-3 pieces, I would have loved to been there when Lamar, Iceman, can't remember his name. What's his name? Accuracy. God, dog.
There you go. Yeah. I knew it was one.
I'm sorry, man. If you ever see this, I apologize. I couldn't for the life of me remember it. I remembered your real name. That's so weird. But like to been there live, that was probably nuts to be there for. I've been to a couple COD events and they were really fun. But MLG was running it at the time, but it was a blast. Yeah, I don't have a problem with them playing in Texas as long as they do the hometown events in the hometowns, which they will.
I never had the luxury of going to one because every time I wanted to go to one, they were either in the city itself, like New York City, or all the way up here in Syracuse. And I was like, I'm not going to drive 4 hours, get stuck in traffic for 2 hours, and then barely show up. But I don't know, man. Like,
I would. Luckily, I only had an hour and a half drive, and then I got a hotel, so I was there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and drove home Sunday.
So, all right, let me ask you: who do you want to see perform the best this year? Who do you want to see radical improvements from?
I want him to stay. That's who I want. I want to see New York do well. Do I want him to win? Karma's my favorite player of all time. It would hurt to see him get passed in rings. Clay is my second favorite player, so I want him to get the 4th ring and be the first ever, you know? So I'd like New York to win. I want to see Scump do well. I want him to have a best of the league year. I don't know. I haven't been watching their scrims, but I don't know. As long as I've been watching it, I want the old heads to do well. These young kids got time to make mistakes and have bad years. But the old heads don't.
Yeah. I want to see Octane just absolutely come out.
Octane needs a year, bro. He needs two chips this year. He needs it. The man is too good to have not won a single event in 2 years, bro.
I remember it was the middle of Black Ops, and he started posting so much on YouTube. And I posted something on Twitter. I'm like, you know what? All the Call of Duty creators are out there, and then I'm just sitting here watching Sam. He's becoming the best.
He's so good.
He responds, "Thank you, man. At least someone supports me."
Bro, he's so good. He was so gross in IW. Gross.
I mean, I would put him probably top 8 ARs.
Yeah, for sure. I'd go top 5.
I mean, who does he have to compete with? That's a good AR right now.
Slasher, Dashy. Accuracy.
Yeah,
Zenny.
Zenny. Well, he's not officially in the league yet.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Who are your ARs?
My top 5, like all time, or just right now?
Right now. Well, all time. If we're doing all time, let's go all time. I know Big Timer's up there for you.
Yeah, Big Timer's number 1. Best AR ever. He was just so fun to watch. You had Karma, right?
Was he an AR? I thought he was a flex every year.
I think. Well, all right. No, okay. ARs. We're gonna go strictly ARs, right? Okay.
Yeah, the people who ran anchor roles back in the day, AR guys.
Okay, so Big Timer. You had. Philo.
Fellow?
No, he's technically an old
I
head,
think.
right?
Well, yeah, I'll give him that. He just hasn't been in the league as much. I believe he's in the league on Paris. I could be wrong, but I think he is. I like him too.
So
He came into that E United team that was really fun to watch.
you had Silly.
I don't like E United.
Silly
No,
was pretty
Silly's gone, bro. He's got too much out of the league drama going on. That man is going through it.
Crimsix is up there then.
As an AR, when's the last time he ran an AR? He ran a sub in IW. Yeah, he ran a sub in IW.
Yeah, because they had two main ARs on IW. He had to play the
Formal. Where's Formal? Formal's got to be there all the time. Yeah, he's got to be. He's got to be.
Yeah.
I don't know about Krim running an AR.
Yeah, Krim runs an AR this year. He's a main AR. He ran one last year.
He's not running it over Clay. No shot. You're out of your mind. Do you think Krim is running an AR over Clay?
You have two SMGs on that team already, so he's a flex. I'm saying he's not going to run.
He'll run it conditionally. Okay.
So I mean, he ran it in Modern Warfare. He was the main AR on Envy. And then
Clay
Krim was the flex. No, Clay was the flex on Dallas.
Oh, I don't ever remember seeing Clay with a sub in his hands. Like, whatever. In all of the years that I've watched, I don't think I've ever seen him with a sub.
So, I mean, that's what I think. I mean, that's my top 5. That's who.
I think that's a pretty solid top 5.
I mean, watching Big Timer and learning, like, I learned how to play. What about Nadeshot? No, he's a sub.
He's known for the HBR, man. I don't think you get to call him a sub if the literal thing he's known for is fucking up with an AR.
No. He's a sub.
I wasn't watching back then, so I'll take your word for it. My problem with Big Timer is I know you like him, and it's got to be a nostalgic thing because he has not been around. He was around for what, 3 years? COD 4 through what, Modern Warfare 2? Maybe Modern Warfare 3?
Black Ops. His retirement year was Black Ops 2.
It's fact. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure because after they.
Okay, but nonetheless, okay, that's over 10 years ago, man. He just hasn't. Yeah. He hasn't been here to stand with people that have been doing this for 10 years plus. He's playing against people who are still playing at home in their basement. Which I feel like is fair to say. I mean, that's the same argument that LeBron and Jordan fans argue, is Jordan was playing against dumpsters, where LeBron's playing against super athletes, so it's hard to compare them.
I'm sorry, his last was Call of the Ghost. Yeah.
Okay, still, I mean, that's probably 10 years ago.
14.
So, okay, 8 years ago, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever. But yeah,
But do you get what I'm saying? Mixed up. I didn't watch him very much. I believe you that he was good. I've heard his name a lot. I just don't think the level of competition was then what it is now.
I mean, it was a different game back then. You can't look at it like a now and then situation. I think
like you can inflation. With talent.
No, if you put somebody that is good at this game into a game back then, at their peak.
You're gonna tell me that Simp, Illy, Shotzi, Dashy aren't gonna run shit just like they do now? I disagree.
No, different movement, different play styles. No.
Disagree.
No. See, that's where we disagree, and that's okay to disagree. I'm just saying, like, if you took, let's say, like Formal played Black Ops 2.
I thought he was playing Halo then.
He switched from Halo. Did he go from Halo 4 to Call of Duty Ghost?
Not sure.
Well, let's fact check it.
Fact check it. It's going to be a new segment.
Fact check. Let's see. AW. He came in at an AW, I think, right? Let's see, where is his first one? 2014, Ghost. Haha! He came from, okay, so he didn't play Black Ops 2. He came straight from Halo to Ghost.
Okay.
And then he bounced around at every team possible. TK, FaZe, NV, Optic.
Until he got to Optic, where he found a home and the greatest dynasty to ever exist.
No, he left. And then came back.
Not after AW.
He went to LG.
AW. Oh, he did go to LG. What did he go to LG? Was that what game was that? Modern Warfare?
World War II. That's when him, Clay, Scump, and him, Crim, Scump, and Karma had the mental breakdown at Champs, and they.
So it was the game after. It was the game after World War II. No,
Black Ops 4?
No, it was World War II because you had Seth, Zen, and Octane on a team.
Yep,
that's right.
For World War II. Yeah, because at Seattle Open they got 13 through 16th, and then he went to LG, and then he came back from LG to the Huntsman.
Yeah. Yep.
They got the ring together.
They're still the best dynasty. They were still together for 3 years at the top.
2 years.
3 years. AW.
2.
AW.
IW. The end of IW.
Black Ops 3 and IW. That's no. AW. Black Ops 3 and IW.
Yes. And then they were still together a little bit through World War II, and then everything collapsed.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. How many teams are they going to have? You know what? This is my assumption. Ready? Next year, it's not going to be Optic Texas. It's just they're going to change it to something stupid. Like every year, it's going to be a different Optic.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be.
They need to stop with this changing names bullshit.
I don't know. I want the MLG back because the game's bad. The competitive aspect of it's bad. There's no league play yet. The tournaments, at least they went all over the country. Now I know that they're doing that now, but they're not coming in the middle at all. They're on the border from Seattle down. Yeah. So I don't know. I miss the MLG days when MLG ran it and I was able to go watch them.
I mean, to be honest, even the production quality for MLG was so much better than how the CDL is handling it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, if anything, the COVID era didn't help. It didn't hurt it either, but it still was shit. The viewing of it was absolute shit. I did not enjoy myself. I'm watching Halo, and I'm sitting there with a fucking 6-inch grin on my face, trying to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I can't because it's entertaining.
Yeah, it's tough.
I want to feel like that with Call of Duty again.
It's tough. I don't know if we ever will. I think Halo took enough time away to make people starve for it, and Call of Duty won't do it. They won't. They make too much money to do it.
You know what? I think it was the whole franchising idea should have been shot down. It should have been.
So it couldn't be. If it was bad for Call of Duty, and I believe this with everything in me, Hector wouldn't have greenlit it. He wouldn't have joined it. He wouldn't have been a part of it. If it was not for the betterment of Call of Duty, he's one of my role models. This dude is a phenomenal human being. He lives and breathes Call of Duty. I think if the vision he had, and I'm sure that he spoke to the other people that were going to be owners, if they had a vision that this is how it was going to go, they wouldn't have signed up. But you can't foresee that. All you can foresee is your best view of things. That's all you're looking at when you're going into something brand new.
I mean, all right, I feel that. I get that. Yes, yes, yes. It was a journey into the unknown that nobody could know what was going to happen.
And that's the
Or
only way
what
that Call
is
of
gonna
Duty
happen.
expands. Like how else do you expand that esport?
Do what Halo did. Get 12 teams that are primary teams in the league. Hold open brackets on console, X, Y, and Z, and then the bracket plays on PC. I would open up a wider range of people and bring back the feeling of MLG.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm good with that.
I saw how they did it with Halo, and let me tell you something. It was phenomenal to watch that land, because of course you have the 12 teams that are, you know, the main stage, but you have all these unknowns that are lurking in the open play that can be diamonds in the rough.
Yeah,
And also
I agree.
The fact that Halo still has an audible coach role is nuts. Bring that back, Call of Duty. I want to see Mr. X behind Complexity again, just screaming whatever someone else is screaming at them, like just an audible echo.
It was good times.
That is why you got dropped.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was so fun to watch back then. One thing I'll say that has gotten better, and as it should have with time, the casting. Maven. He's one of my favorite people. I enjoy him a lot. Merc has really come into his own as a caster. I feel like these people sometimes get overlooked when you're looking at Call of Duty, but like these people are what's making it entertaining for you. They're putting words to what's happening, and they've gotten a lot better over the years.
The color commentating has gotten so much better. I mean, it went from Puckett just screaming to Maven actually having an intelligible, conversation with Merc on what's going on in the game, and Merc being the analyst.
Courage was the best. He was so good at it, man. He was so good.
You
didn't like him?
I enjoyed him for the big moments, not the everyday
not the small
casting.
Talk, not the
but like the big moments and the way he could just keep going with it. And it was good. Maven is very good at it, and again,
Maven's good at the in between middle talk.
Merc's really good at the analytics.
Yeah, Merc needs to be there for the analytics. I agree.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree.
Who else?
What's the oh man, big bearded dude? He's hilarious. He's got a wide vocabulary. He may be Australian.
No, he's English. What's his name?
He is English.
I'm looking it up right now. What's his name? Call of Duty casters. Let's see.
Miles.
Miles.
Yeah, Miles. He normally does it with Chance. Chance is okay. Yeah. Chance, you are. I don't want you to take this poorly because I do like you, but in the field you're in, you're mid. Sorry. I don't dislike you.
I completely forgot Maven was just completely bald and he like shines his head.
Oh yeah. That might be reflecting. Yes, sir.
Dude, I saw him the other night when he was streaming, and his headset like does what mine does, except it's so pronounced.
But yeah, I like Miles a lot too.
Out of the 10 people that are casters and or the analytics, I mean, the top 5 is just Miles, Maven, Merc, and top 4, I'll say maybe Lando.
Lando's okay.
Chance, I mean, you got Nameless. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, but he's on the desk. I don't think he... I don't know. I don't know about him as a caster. I'm good with him on the desk. I got no problem with him on the desk. I like Study, though. Study's, he's really getting into it. Last year, or the year before was his first year. He's really improved, and he's done a great job going forward. I do like Lando as well. Chance is just mid.
Okay. I do like his interviews.
Yeah. I'm indifferent on Lottie. She's doing Halo now, I know, but I'm indifferent on her. I could take her or leave her. I do miss
a
the
lot of
girl
people can.
Jess. I think it was Jess that did like the
Yeah,
post game
Jess.
interviews. I did like her a lot.
You know, all right, I'll say this. You ready for this? I'm going to put it down really quick.
Lay it on me.
Call of Duty has a better LAN aspect and LAN interviews than Halo does.
Their land production, you think, is better? I do. I agree.
Halo's online production
Is better.
blows everything out of the water,
Yeah.
but Call of Duty's LAN presence and how they hold themselves
Yeah.
is just so much better.
All right.
But again, that's what happens when you have, 12 teams spend $25 million.
Yeah. So we're getting towards the end here. I have one final question for you.
Shoot.
3 things that you would change about Call of Duty Warzone, specifically Warzone, because that's what we're on. 3 things that you would change or add or whatever. 3 things.
This is kind of wild.
Let's go back and forth. Let's go back and forth.
All right. Number 1 is probably going to be the plating mechanic.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Okay.
Who
Elaborate.
the fuck sticks 3 plates into one chest protector and just goes like this?
You know who wouldn't let that happen? Nikita. Nikita wouldn't let us have one pocket for 3. Nikita would give us 3 pockets and make sure they all go in there. And sometimes one would snag and you gotta... Nikita would do that for us.
I get the reference now because I was playing it earlier.
Did you?
I reinstalled it and I got to level 7 already.
Nice. Did you enjoy it?
It's a lot better, and I
Good.
hate everybody that told me to reinstall Escape from Tarkov. But okay, go on.
Okay, so mine. I want a firing range really badly. You don't even have to be in the game. While we're sitting in the lobby, Craig's going to smoke a cigarette. Let me test out these guns, put one of the thousands of attachments we have on it, because there's so freaking many, and they all do a little bit different thing, and let me play with the gun before I get into the game and don't have time to. I think that'd be a really neat thing that they could add.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I mean, Nikita would give you one. He does.
Love you, Nikita. I'm so
Dude.
bad at your game, but I enjoy
Yeah,
what you do for us.
Thank you for adding VoIP.
Yeah.
Number 2. The ground loot.
What would you change?
I would change it so like attachments are on the ground. So like if you can't get to your loadout,
Shout
you can
out to
still get
Blackout.
attachments. Yeah. So you can still, spec your gun.
I'm good with that. I like that. I would change ground loot in a different way. Let there be guns from all the games on the ground.
Yeah.
Don't just give us Vanguard guns on the ground. I know that we had the guns before, but just put a mix of all of them in there. That way we're not only playing with one variety of gun.
Yeah. I mean, and for 3, just give us 2 separate war zones.
Yeah. We don't need Vanguard only.
If people want to go back to Verdansk, let them.
Let them. People think that that's coming. I've seen that.
Well, I mean, with the leaks and rumors of Modern Warfare 2,
yeah,
it's probably gonna be a new place in Verdansk.
So, what I saw was, and it was just a fan picture, but like a map selector, like we get in multiplayer, or we did at one time.
Like a vote system?
Like a vote system, but add the Blackout map, Verdansk, Rebirth, and Caldera.
Well, okay, here's my thing. If they go with the Blackout, it has to be the Blackout mechanics. It can't be how it is now. It won't play the same. It will not feel the same. It will feel worse.
It probably won't feel the same, but it'd be cool to go back to that place.
Oh, yeah, it would be great to go back to it, but it's so much that has to be changed in that map because of how everything is now.
I don't think so.
That map is so much smaller than we think.
No, I know. So that was my main thing, is like, okay, maybe it's smaller. That's not that big a deal.
I mean, they would make it more
It's
like
not
a
smaller.
resurgence
It's
map
not
then.
as small as Rebirth, and Rebirth is an option.
Rebirth is, I mean,
Rebirth is
small.
tiny.
It's tiny. 50
Definitely
people.
smaller than
How many people was Blackout?
100.
You're sure about that?
Yes.
Okay, so we have an extra 50 people on the main Caldera map.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, up to 100.
Yeah, thought so. Thank you for fact checking me.
You're welcome. I was double checking it anyway because again, Caldera and
Rebirth.
no, the other one, Verdansk, allow up to 150 people.
Yep.
If they bring back Blackout, it's gonna have to become bigger. They're gonna add a little bit more to the map. I don't think 150 people are gonna fit on that map, Drew.
They will fit on the map. It will be hectic, which is going to be fun. The beginning is going to be hectic, not as hectic as Rebirth, but more hectic. It'll be a nice medium.
Okay, so like how Resurgence is.
Resurgence just means that you come back. That doesn't change how like the beginning is.
No. It's a super tiny circle. And it's about
You're talking about Mini Royale is what you're talking about.
No, it's called Resurgence.
Resurgence just means that you come back over and over again.
Yeah. You have Caldera Resurgence underneath the main one. Me and Just played it yesterday. And it's not Mini Royale. It's called Resurgence. It's like how Rebirth is. But it's a super small circle that you start in.
I guess. I thought it was just the one that you could come back in.
It's called that, but it was so hectic.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It'll be less hectic than Rebirth, more hectic than you're gonna have people at every main location. Where you don't have that necessarily now. We've landed in Village where there's no people, or Ruins where there's no people. Each of these POIs will definitely have people. Putting that many people on Blackout map.
I mean, they can also just increase the size.
I wouldn't want to change anything though.
Well, no, like the player count on the main maps. You know what I mean? Instead of 150 people, it's 200 people. Add another 50.
Why would you add people?
Because more people equals everyone's touching.
I know, but then you're doing that. And you have no choice. That's the whole point of this, is to give people options. Do you want the super hectic in Rebirth? Do you want the medium hectic in Blackout? Or do you want the least hectic on the biggest maps on Verdansk and Caldera? That's the whole point of this, is to give people options.
Okay. I still stand by what I said before, though.
Okay,
if it's going to be
fair.
Blackout, bring it back to Blackout.
That's fair. I don't think that they could do that, though.
Sure they can.
They're not going to have you have different mechanics. You'd have different settings. You'd have different everything. You're never going to have two different engines on the same thing.
Well, no. Do what they did with the Master Chief Collection, right?
So you're putting settings and all. Black Ops on Modern Warfare's engine?
Yeah. But leave the ground loot and everything. Okay. But
no tax sprinting in Blackout. No. I'm not standing for it.
Okay, fine. How about this? Use a Cold War engine.
Yeah, but then you got to use that for everything. That's what I'm saying. You can't have different engines.
But again, it would work better on this engine than this engine, is what I'm trying to say.
No, I agree that it would work better. I'm saying that it can't be done like that. You would have to literally load a new game.
Yeah, okay, make it easy. If you want to play this, you have to have this. That's all.
Yeah, but then you're going to... Okay. It would be like playing Modern Warfare or Warzone and then playing Vanguard right now. How you have to back out of Warzone and go to Vanguard because it's a separate thing.
Okay. Hey, I think I'm catching what you're throwing at me now.
It's a different entity.
Do this. Yes, do this. Bring the map over to the Warzone client. Right?
Yep.
Use the Warzone engine.
Yep.
Ground loot only. Attachments.
No
only.
loadouts. Yes, I agree.
Yes.
I'm with it.
Glad we grasped.
I don't like tag sprinting. Said I was gonna not stand for it. I'm gonna stand for it. Okay. That's fine. You can have your tag sprint. No loady though. No loady.
No loady.
No loady. UAVs you'll find on the ground. There's no money. You don't get to be a bitch boy with double barrel shotguns. Sorry, Mike. I love you, buddy.
No, you can. You can still bring your teammates back though. The gulag.
Gulag should stay. I think your teammates only come back if you play whatever I'm thinking of that's not Resurgence.
It's Resurgence.
I hate it. So it's both. It's you come back, and it's the small circle.
That's Resurgence.
It's both of those things. I'm thinking those two things are separate.
No, that Resurgence is just that.
I understand now.
See, we're grasping it.
We're getting there.
That's for you, Just.
I've been doing it all throughout.
You were doing it all day?
Well, all throughout the pod.
Oh, you have? I haven't noticed.
Yep. All right, I'm good with that. CJ, you got anything you want to add? You got something? Let's hear it.
I do. Kickoff Classic for Call of Duty, even though we just bashed the shit out of it. January 21st to the 23rd, land in Texas.
That's a good place for it.
I mean, everybody's there, so might as well.
Everybody's there.
It's just, I don't think it means anything. It's just a kickoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's Courage JD casting everything again, and they add random veteran bots to each team.
I know that Hitch a Ride does his birthday thing where he puts a bot on different teams and they play S&D. Like he gets a team of 3 and adds a bot, and sometimes the bot will like go ninja defuse something. It's super funny to watch. It's really entertaining. I really like Hitch.
But that's really all I feel like talking about.
Okay, I'm good as well. fullstreakspodcast@gmail.com. We haven't got a clip yet.
Send your clips.
Just send us one clip. That's our goal. I don't want any likes on this video. I don't want any comments. Just send us a clip. Do something. I want to show something.
And just remember, you can't end every conversation with finger guns.
That's true. You can't. In any conversation, really. That's why I'm still talking. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all watching. Once again, I'm Drew.
I'm Greg.
I guess. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.